number 50.
The other day, like yesterday. Stepping it up.
All right, number 50. You have the absolute value of 3 times x minus 1 plus 2 is less than 20. So normally, if you have things outside of the absolute value, you have to get the absolute value by itself. Well, you have all this other stuff going on inside the absolute value, which is completely all right. Now, you could go ahead and combine everything inside there if you wanted to, or you can leave it as is. It's really up to you. Okay, so it's a less than, so that means it's going to be a compound inequality. So I'm going to have, and again, you can really do it as much or as little as you want. I'm just going to rewrite it as 3 times x minus 1 plus 2, and then less than 20. Then on the other side, since it's a less than, I always have two problems, right? So I always have, if it's a greater, then I'm going to have an or, and I'm going to flip the sign and make it negative. Whereas if it's a less than, all I have to do is put the less than in front and then have a negative 20 in the front side. So now it just basically becomes solve the middle, and you're going to get everything on the left and the right side. So I'm going to subtract 2 from the middle, the left, and the right. So I have negative 22 less than 3 times x minus 1 less than 18. Now, the reason why I didn't distribute everything with the 3 and combine is because it's just going to make it easier. So how do I get rid of that 3 that's out in front? Don't I just divide? So if I divide everything, so now I have negative 22 over 3. I'm just going to leave it like that. Less than x minus 1 less than 6. I need to get the x by itself, so I'm going to add 1 to the middle. I'm going to add 1 to the right. And then I'm going to add 3. I'm going to add 3 over 3. It's the same thing as 1. But I went ahead and put it as a fraction just so they have like terms. So x is less than 7 on the right, less than negative 22 plus 3 is going to be a negative 19 over 3. So if it wants it in, so that's a 7. If it wants it in set builder, I'm just going to put x such that here. If it wants it in interval notation, then I'm just going to go negative 19 over 3, comma 7. And both of them are not included, so it's just going to be in a parenthesis. So again, if it asks for it in set builder, it'll look like this. If it asks for it in interval notation, it's going to look like that.